Hey, howdy. Welcome to my shop. See old boat dogs here relaxing in the shade. Tell the way that tongue's hanging out, it's a warm day here in the Ozarks today. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. I got something I want to show you. This is just a real nice toy I picked up here. Well, it's not really a toy. It's a piece of equipment I picked up here about a month or so ago. Look at that. A zero-turn lawnmower. I mow about 1.5 acres here around my place, and I used to do that, and I have been doing it for the last 3 years or so with the push mower. Actually, it's been longer than 3 years. Push mowers only last me about 3 years if I'm lucky. But I finally broke down, got tired of spending 10 hours a week mowing, and I bought this here Scag mower. And let me tell you, it is a dream. I am really liking it. And I'm just going to give you a little review on it. I didn't buy it on a moment's notice. I did a lot of research into these zero-turn mowers and different types, and I knew because of my property, the way I'm so hilly, up and down, and the rocks we have here. We have lots of rocks here in the Ozarks. That's the one thing we grow good is rocks. I knew I couldn't just get a standard run-of-the-mill big box store or Walmart zero-turn mower. It wouldn't last. In fact, I've gone through 2 riding mowers on this property, and they each lasted about 2.5 years, and the push mowers did a little better. They just tend to get rattled apart. So I went with this Scag Liberty Z. It's got a 48-inch cut deck, 22 horsepower Kohler engine in it, 7000 series. See if I can get into where you can see that. Sun's kind of bright today, so hopefully that's coming in good. Like I said, I did a lot of research in these, and I realized that with my property the way it is, I needed to go with a commercial grade mower, and that's about all Scag makes. Their commercial power equipment is what they make. That's their specialty. A couple of years ago they started producing this Liberty Z for large property owners like myself. It does not come with a commercial warranty, so if you buy it to use it for commercial work, you're going to be very dissatisfied when you go to get some warranty work done and they find out you was using it for commercial work. So it doesn't come with a commercial warranty. But I'll tell you what they did do. In order to save money, instead of retooling their whole factory to start making this Scag, they took a lot of the pieces and parts off of their next zero-turn mower up in line, the next one up, which is the Freedom Z. The mower deck down here is the same as the Freedom Z. The hydraulics that run the back wheels is the same as the Freedom Z. The framework is the same. What the engine is the same. The powertrain is the same. What this doesn't have is as many bells and whistles as the Freedom Z does. Which, you know, I'm okay with bare bones and not a lot of bells and whistles. The way these work, one other thing I'm going to tell you real quick, because I thought this was interesting. That seat is different than the Freedom Z seat. They say the Freedom Z seat is a lot more comfortable, but I sat in both of them, and I'll tell you what, I thought this seat was more comfortable. It has a higher back. The Freedom Z does have captain's arms that fold down. I can deal without those. My hands are on the controllers anyway when I'm working it, but I can deal without those armrests. But that seat is definitely more comfortable to sit in than the commercial mower when you're sitting in a mower for 6 to 7 hours a day. I was kind of surprised by that. These control arms, if you've never driven a zero-turn mower before, when you're sitting in the seat, you push those forward, both forward to go forward. You pull them, they're in the neutral position right now. You pull them back to go in reverse, and if you want to turn to the right, you push the left one forward and pull the right one back, and you'll spin to the right. To spin to the left, you do just the opposite. That's why they call them zero-turn, because you can just sit and spin in a circle. This one has a lot of nice safety features that I like about it, that when I'm out mowing, I can stop, put the safety features in their proper order, and I can climb out of the mower without it shutting off. Something you really can't do much on a riding mower. So it does have a lot of safety features. There are a couple of little drawbacks to it, but I'll go through all of that, and we're going to climb in here now and show you how to drive one of these, and then we're going to do some mowing. Alright, well, let's get up in this thing and fire her up. I'm not used to carrying the camera around, so I'll do the best that I can for you. When you first sit in the seat, you do not want to pull the handles into the drive position. You got to leave them out in order to start it. And that's one of the safety features. And over here is our little control panel. We have the key, the throttle, little hour meter right here. This disengages and engages the mower deck, and this is a choke. So first off, to start her up, advance the throttle about halfway, turn the key. It is a little noisy. I do recommend you wear earplugs when you're mowing, but for the moment I'm going to shut her off and go through the safety features with you. So imagine now that our motor's running and we're getting ready to take off. If you just pull in either one of the drive levers, the left or the right, you're going to shut the motor off because the parking brake is still set. And that is right down here. Parking brake lever. First safety feature is you have to push it forward. It's real easy. Then you can pull in the drive levers, and now you can drive. And like I said, all you got to do is push them forward to go forward, pull them back to neutral, pull them back to go reverse. To turn to the right, I'd push the left forward. To turn to the left, I'd push the right forward, and if I wanted to do a zero turn, then I could pull the left back also. Can't do that with one hand and hold the camera, so let's re-engage all the safety features and go for a little spin. Well, I went over some of the safety features with you earlier, and now you can see she's a little dirty. Now I'm going to tell you about some of the pros and cons that I like about this machine, and one reason why I bought it. Well, actually, there's multiple reasons why I bought it, but some of the features that I really liked a lot. I'm climbing up here, and I'm going to sit in the seat to show you. This foot pedal right here controls the deck up and down. So I can move the deck up and down. Don't know how well you can see that, but if I'm cruising along and I hit a rock or something, or a stump that I didn't see, I can just push that deck up real quick to clear the obstacle and save my blades. This is also the way you adjust the height, which is this pin right here. It's got a keeper down here in the bottom to keep it from falling out. Right now I have it set at 3 inches. Cutting height, it goes anywhere from 1.5 inches to 4.5 inches. And you just move it through these holes, and as you release this foot pedal, this bar here comes back and hits that pin and holds it up in place. One of the negatives of these mowers, and you might be able to see it there, all that debris, this thing is so powerful, and you probably noticed it, it kicks up the dust. So I do recommend if it's dry conditions when you're mowing, you might want to consider wearing a dust mask, because they do pick up the dust and make a mess. And the other thing is ear protection. It is quite noisy, especially sitting right in front of that 22 horse power Kohler engine, which is, boy, it's got the power. That grass that I was cutting in some places was probably 8 inches tall, and it didn't even bog down or check its speed. It just went right through it, no problem at all. The other thing I failed to tell you earlier when I was showing you how to drive this, the farther forward you push the sticks, the faster you go. Conversely, the farther back you pull it, the faster you go. That's how you adjust your speed. As you can see, I've got quite a hilly place here. And down there on the bottom, I'd have to push mow it still. I just can't get this zero turn down there and maintain control. That's one of the negatives to a zero turn. There are no brakes on this thing. You can't check your speed. You check your speed by pulling your sticks back into neutral, and then if you need to even slow down more, you put it in reverse, and of course that spins your tires backwards. And since I'm so rocky here, my soil is not really that strong, and I'll just start spinning. My wheels will start spinning, and I'll keep moving forward. So I don't go too deep down there into the bottom hole, and I have to finish push mowing that by hand. That's okay. I can deal with that. I can tell you, what I just mowed, what you just watched me mow, which took probably 10, maybe 15 minutes, if even that, by push mow. And I used to push mow with a 22-inch cut push mower. Took me about an hour. So this piece of machinery, this piece of equipment right here, has really opened me up a lot of time this summer, and I'm happy, as old Uncle what's his name would say down there in Louisiana on the swamps. One of the other reasons why I went and chose the Scag was they had really good financing in their price. Now, another commercial grade mower is Ferris. They make really good mowers. Dixon makes really good mowers, heavy duty. A good friend of mine has Dixons and swears by them. And like me, he's like me. He has a large piece of property that he mows. He doesn't do commercial mowing, but he's just really happy with the Dixon. Out the door, and this is summer of 2016, out the door with state sales tax, I paid $4,700 for this. I put $2,000 down, and I got 3 years financing with 0% interest. Can't beat that at all, folks. Makes my monthly payments under $75 a month, and I'll pay that off probably in 12 to 18 months instead of going the full 36. So it's an awesome little machine. I'm happy with it. It does have some items built into the computer here. On the hour meter will start flashing a warrant to tell you something needs to be done, a servicing needs to be done. I know I'm coming up on 10 hours right now. In fact, by the time I finish mowing today, I'll hit my 10-hour mark, and I'll have to change the brake-in oil. There's the filter right down here, real easy to get to, and the oil plug, which I have never looked for yet, is down here somewhere too. As I recall, it was also very easy to get to. Might be on this side. There it is, right down there. Right there's the oil drain plug. Oh, too low right there. And so easy stuff to get to, easy to work on. Another negative about zero turns It's tough to sharpen the blades. I've actually got to pick up the front end of this and tip it up with a hoist to be able to get to the blades to sharpen them, but I only do that maybe 2-3 times a year. I don't worry about keeping them sharp like I should. They still cut when they're dull, just not as prettily, but you know what I'm mowing here is not a grass. Truthfully, it's not nice pretty lawn, manicured lawn. This is just a weed patch. Oh, there's probably a half a dozen to 10 different types of weeds that I keep cut. Makes it look nice though when it's mowed, and that is a really nice cut right there. I hope this is showing up with the camera, what I just did. I mean, it's just nice and smooth all the way across there. And boy, my old push mower would leave ridges as being so narrow it would dip down in some of the holes because my ground is uneven. But if you're considering a zero-turn mower, I would definitely recommend the Scag Liberty Z. You know, thanks for stopping by. If you liked this video, push like. If you didn't, then push don't like, but please do subscribe. Until next time, this is Captain Jamie. Have a good one.